Have you been cooking a lot more than usual these past few months? Are you sick of the same old thing? Well, we've got you covered with these unique Canadian foods.
Well, hello everybody, it's Dave and Deb coming to you from Ontario, Canada.
And today, we're going to be talking to you about unique Canadian foods. And before we get started, make sure to subscribe to our channel because we put out new travel videos every week. And don't forget to click that bell so you can get those reminders.
Sometimes when we're traveling around the world, people actually ask us, do you eat beavertails? But beavertails aren't what you think they are.
No, they're not real beavertails.
No. The beavers are our national symbol. We wouldn't eat it.
What a beavertail is this. It's some dough. My favorite is the cinnamon and sugar on the top because it's a classic. All right, beavertail heaven.
Anyway.
Moving on.
Cool fact, Canada actually makes 90% of the world's mustard seed, and we export 90% of it. So we're only taking advantage of 10% of this great mustard seed? Come on.
Another night of binge watching. What am I gonna eat?
A lot of Canada's food identity is really taken from places all around the world. But we do have some very different junk food.
We do. We have we'll start with candy bars.
Okay.
All right, so
We don't call
number
them candy
one.
bars, first
That's
of
what
all.
I was gonna say. We don't call them candy bars. They're chocolate bars. Coffee Crisp is
How do you like your coffee, Dave?
crisp. That's what they used to say in the commercials.
I like my coffee crisp.
Oh, you should do a commercial with Drake about that.
I should. We can do a crossover with Coffee Crisp and Tim Hortons.
There we go. You could dunk your Coffee Crisp into
My
a Tim Hortons coffee.
Wow.
Oh, we
My
just
mind
invented
is
something.
blown.
We're patenting that. Tim Hortons is good, eh?
I was watching a video the other day and they said, don't insult Tim Hortons coffee. Like, we know
Yeah.
it's not the greatest coffee, but they've done such a great marketing job that we all go to Tim Hortons. Like, when Justin Bieber comes back to Canada, the first thing he does is go to Tim Hortons and tweets about it. Shawn Mendes has a commercial about it. Every famous Canadian does a Tim Hortons commercial, and usually comes out at Remembrance Day or Christmas, and it makes you cry, and it's all beautiful. Has Drake done a commercial for Tim Hortons
No,
yet?
I don't think so.
Oh, Drake, you gotta get on that.
Man. You gotta do that.
Another really cool thing we have are Smarties. Now in America, it's M&Ms. We do have M&Ms as well, but Smarties are so much better. They're so much more colorful.
Oh, they are. And they taste better, I think.
Do you eat your red Smarties last?
No, the blue ones.
I eat the blue ones last.
Chocolate bars aren't the only thing that are a little bit different up here. We also have some different flavored chips. We have all dressed chips, which we featured in our last video. If you want to know about them, go and check that out.
All dressed.
But what we didn't feature was ketchup chips. Yes, folks, we actually have something called ketchup chips. And they are red and they stain your fingers. It's kind of like, they don't really taste like ketchup, do they?
No, when you first taste it, you don't really like it. But then there's something that as you keep eating them, you really like them.
So there's some sort of addictive thing about ketchup chips. I love ketchup chips.
Me too.
Recently, when anyone thinks about Canadian food, we've done a really good job of highlighting poutine, or poutine, or how do you say it?
Putin. No, that's something else.
Great poutine consists of 3 basic ingredients, which is the fries you love, some awesome gravy, and the pièce de résistance is the cheese curds. Here's how you make a great poutine. Grab your favorite fries, take the cheese curds, put them on top of your fries as much as you like. I recommend a lot. And then the key to a good poutine is to have really hot gravy. So you pour that on top. And then you let the gravy do its magic. You never partake in poutine until the cheese curds are melted. The weight is killing me. And a small note is there are all different kinds of poutine. There is, you can put any kind of toppings on it.
But when you're on the East Coast, the lobster is very popular. You get French fries with fresh lobster and cheese. It's delicious. Try it at home. You know, we're all stuck inside again. Try and be Canadian for a night. Put on a toque, put on a big heavy sweater and make some poutine.
Now, uniquely Canadian food isn't just always about food. Although I did want to highlight a drink, the Canadian drink, which is the Bloody Caesar.
Why don't you show us how to make one, Dave?
All right, here we go. Here's how you make a traditional Canadian Caesar. I consider myself a bit of a, Caesar connoisseur. I've been drinking them for quite a long time now. What makes this quintessentially Canadian? Well, it is this, Clamato juice. Because who else would think to put clam juice and tomato juice together than Canadians? It sounds gross, right? Sounds awful. Really, if someone came up to me and offered me a clam juice, I'd probably walk away, even if it had alcohol in it. But mix it with tomato juice and it becomes a yummy drink. Now, it's similar to a Bloody Mary, but way better. This is a shot and a half of alcohol. We start with Liam Perrin's Worcestershire sauce. That gives it a little bit of tanginess. And then we want to spice it up, of course, with our Tabasco sauce. Again, to taste, to me, I'm a spicy kind of guy. Give that a stir. Oh yeah. Boom, ladies and gentlemen, there you have the classic Canadian cocktail, the Bloody Caesar. I'm craving a Caesar right now.
People around the world eat macaroni and cheese.
But up here in Canada, we eat KD, or Kraft Dinner. It's quick, it's cheap, and it's tasty. It's perfect.
Do you like it with ketchup?
No, I do not like it with ketchup. I'm a KD purist, let's put it that way. I don't put anything on it.
Yeah.
I just want it out of the box with that beautiful powdered cheese combined with milk and margarine. Doesn't sound good.
Bagged milk at that, too.
Oh, and bagged milk, yeah. Oh, there's bagged milk. There's another thing. That's Canadian.
Oh, totally.
If we're talking about food
When
or
we
drink.
did our last video about how to like being Canadian, somebody asked us what we do with the bagged milk when we're done with it. Now, I thought we were pretty clear showing how our bags come in milk and put it in a container and then we pour it, but I guess we never poured the milk. So we thought we better show you how we pour the milk out of our plastic milk bags.
So if any of you are curious, here's how we pour milk out of a bag.
If all that butter is getting to you, I really suggest going for a pure maple syrup dessert. You have to have an authentic Canadian treat. This is maple syrup rolled in snow. Oh my gosh. It's so good, it's chewy. Oh yeah. It's a maple syrup lollipop.
It's a sweet Canadian treat.
A really fun food that a lot of people don't know about are Nanaimo Bars. Nanaimo Bars originated in, where do you think, Dave?
Nanaimo, British Columbia.
You are exactly right.
Yeah, I remember my mom used to make these all the time at Christmas. I don't know why, they're not really a Christmas treat. You can eat them anytime during the year, but I really fell in love with them when I was a kid and I continue to love them today. All right, here's my Nanaimo bar from Le Havre Bakery here in Nova Scotia. Oh, it was worth the drive.
The other night I was watching Seth Meyers. I love that talk show. He's so much fun. And Alexis of Schitt's Creek was on us, and she was talking about how she went to the real Schitt's Creek here in Ontario. And she said she was walking around town eating a butter tart. And I was surprised that Seth Meyers didn't know what a butter tart was, because butter tarts are the best.
Yes, they are, and I didn't really know even before this that they were uniquely Canadian, but they are, and they are, a tart. We love the ones with pecans on the top. Oh, come on. Once you bite into one of these things, you're gonna realize, what did I do without these in my life?
I know. Why doesn't everyone else in the world have a butter tart? They're simply delicious. Let's go eat Canadian tonight.
I'm ready. So those are our list of unique Canadian foods. Let us know if we missed any or you would like any added to the list. Just leave them down below in the comments and we'll give them a read and give you our opinion.
Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe so that you can get new videos in your inbox each week by clicking that bell in the corner.
See you soon. Well, that used to be a jingle, right?
When you eat your Smarties, do you eat the red ones last? Do you suck them very slowly or crunch them very fast? Eat that candy-coated chocolate? But tell me when I ask, when you eat your Smarties, do you eat the red ones last? Hey!